welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the seeds that I will be starting and growing in my garden this year. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so just for a little bit of context, the space that I have for my garden, it's pretty small. So my goal is to optimize pretty much every part of that space through my garden this year. So I just received a bunch of seeds in the mail, and we will walk through all of the ones that I have. It's kind of unorganized. I'll be honest, I have never grown flowers from a seed. I've never done that before, so I'm really excited to start this year. And I tried to select varieties that would do really well with drying, because I want to dry a bunch of these flowers at the end of the season and have them for crafts and other things like that during the fall and the winter. So that was kind of my goal. And so with that being said, I ordered a ton of seeds from Eden Brothers, and this was my first time ever ordering seeds from this company. So we'll see how they do this year. But I ordered Billy Button seeds, Gonfrana seeds, and I probably am butchering some of these names, so forgive me on that. I'm also doing Celosia, Status, French Marigold seeds, and I'm really excited about these. I have the Sparky mix, and I think that these are gonna be like red, orange, yellow, that kind of color palette, so I think it'll be really pretty. And then I also ordered tulip bulbs, but they're not supposed to come until I think later in the spring. But yeah, this is my first time growing flowers, and I will also put on the screen kind of just the size space that I'm working with so that you can kind of get an idea of how small it really is. So I'm thinking about building a vertical, I guess like flower bed system thing, but somehow kind of like being able to stack the different pots of flowers. I'm not quite sure on the details of that yet, but it definitely is going to be something that's vertical so that I can optimize my space. And I think it's going to look pretty cool. So I'll probably post a video on what I ended up doing for that, but that's kind of the plan with my flowers. I'm so excited to have fresh flowers during the summer. I think it's going to be awesome. It's just going to be so pretty. So that's kind of like the first set that I'm doing. Now we can also talk about the herb garden that I'm going to be starting. Okay, so for the herbs, so we already have a couple of herbs that are growing indoors. So we have we have rosemary, we have dill, we have parsley, and we have basil. So we currently have that growing indoors. But what I'm going to be doing is I actually want to put together kind of like a separate, I don't know, like some sort of container, like a long container, and then grow the herbs that way. I'm not sure if it's the best idea. I think that lavender might need to be grown separately. But you know, I'm gonna do some research on that, and maybe I can document the process for that as well. Okay, so my herb garden will have lavender. So I've already mentioned that one, and I really want to dry some of the lavender to make soap. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. And I also think it would be interesting to somehow use this to make essential oils. I think that process is more difficult than it seems. So I don't know if I'll be doing that, but I think it'd be really cool. I'm gonna be growing chamomile for tea, of course. Lemon balm, I think this will be another really good one for tea as well as soap. Lemongrass, I love lemongrass. That's one of my favorite fragrances ever. I'm not sure how it's gonna do, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. Again, I think this is gonna be a really good one. It's very versatile. You can use it for soaps, for teas. So I'm excited for that. And then I kind of have a wild card one. So I'm gonna be growing marshmallow root. I'm excited about this. This is not something I've ever even remotely like grown or tried to grow before. But I've been seeing a lot of recipes for like homemade marshmallows that are actually a little bit better for you, a little bit healthier. So I think it'd be really cool to dry some of the marshmallow root, and then in the fall I can make homemade marshmallows. Okay, so for the vegetables, I have a really, really big wooden planter, and I'll try to include some pictures so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I do think that what I want to grow, like the amount of things that I want to grow, it's pretty ambitious for the amount of space that I have, but I'm going to give it a try and we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to be growing squash. I will be growing spring onions. And then strawberries. I'll be growing strawberries, but I'm gonna do these in a separate pot. I will also be growing black cherry tomatoes, which I'm really excited about. I've never even tried them before, so this will be pretty cool. Tiny Tim tomatoes. Then I have a couple different varieties of lettuce. Let's see, I don't know if, I tried to grow this in the fall, so Ezria, probably not saying that correctly. And then Farmer's Market blend. So that will be pretty cool. I'm also growing snow peas. And then okra, and the last one is also a wild card. So I really wanted to try this last one because social media, I've been seeing it everywhere in social media. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because we don't really have a lot of space, and we'll have to create some sort of way for maybe a lattice, some sort of way for the vines to climb. But I am going to be growing loofah gourds. So I'm really excited to grow loofah, mainly because I want to be able to dry it and then use it for soaps and things like that. So yeah, I'm really excited. It should be pretty interesting. And like I said, we don't have a lot of space, so we'll see how it goes. So that is pretty much everything that I'm growing this year. I have to start my seeds, I think this week, and a lot of my seeds need to be started at different times. So I guess it'll kind of just be an iterative process, but I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a really nice garden this year. And I'm all about maximizing space. Even if you don't have a lot of space, you can still have a really great garden. And that's kind of, you know, my goal to show that this year. So I'll definitely be documenting with lots of videos, lots of pictures, tutorials on how I'm putting together different structures to be able to do like vertical planting on my in my garden. And I'm excited to see how that goes. So if you're interested in kind of just seeing my journey and watching me document this journey, definitely subscribe to the channel, would really appreciate it. And I hope that I will see you back here for my next video. All right, have a good rest of your day. Bye.